Hey guys, it's Max. In this video, we're gonna unbox and fly my Mavic Airs and see if it was worth buying them. Here we go, right at the very top. I love it when they do that, so you can see what you paid for right away. Ben, look at this thing. I know you get yours tomorrow. Look how small this thing is. Man, DJI knows what they're doing when it comes to making these things compact. Wow. I knew this was small, but this thing is really small. Can you get my Phantom? All right, so Phantom 4, Advanced Plus, and the Mavic Air. Look at that. Weight-wise, this is maybe slightly heavier, maybe not. Let's see what else is in the box, and let's start flying this thing. A lot of documentation, propellers, blade guards. That's nice that they include these. Controller. Now this actually has a surprising amount of weight. The controller is close to the same size as the actual Mavic Air. Extra thumbsticks, I think. Yep, and a little USB adapter, power cable for the charger, a USB Type-C cable, and this charger itself. Let's see what else you get if you spend another 200 bucks. So I have the Fly More bundle unboxed. Let's open up this Mavic Air. I wish I could have got the red one. That's actually my favorite color. So what extra do you get with the Fly More bundle? Well, instead of just getting one battery, you actually get 3 of them. So you also get this power adapter that will take your Mavic Air batteries and will turn them into a power bank. You also get an extra set of propellers, so instead of just getting 1, you get 2. And lastly, you get this travel bag, which I really didn't think I cared about, honestly. I usually just leave any bags laying around in storage and never use them, but this actually looks quite nice. It feels quite good, like on the quality side, and the flexibility of having this closed down and it's quite small is nice. So I think I will actually use this. Do they not include an SD card? Let's get these batteries on charge so we can go out and fly, and while it's charging, let's take a closer look at the Mavic Air. So right off the bat, I see a few interesting things. First off, right over here, we have our Wi-Fi name and password, and we also have this covered slot on the back. We can open it up here, and that is where we're going to insert our SD card. Interestingly, it does not come with a micro SD card, where all the previous Phantoms, at least all the ones that I bought, did come with one. Now let's take a look at the gimbal cover. So this gimbal cover is much better designed than the one on the Mavic Pro. So you press down right here, lift up, and slide. So right here we have the little flip up legs, and these actually act as antennas. You have 2 cameras on the front for obstacle avoidance. Of course, we have our main camera on the gimbal. We have 2 on the back and on the bottom, along with, I think, the ultrasonic sensors. As you guys can see, it's basically closed off. So if you crash, the chance of you breaking it is much lower. All right, the moment of truth. Let's get this thing in the air. Look at this thing. It's updating the firmware.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
It does not sound that loud compared to my Phantom. All right, let's go backwards. And up. And that's not in sport mode. It's hauling it. That feed is surprisingly good. Yeah, I'm not getting too much choppiness like I was expecting, at least not yet. We are quite high. So I want to get a shot going under the bridge. And so far I'm about 835 feet away. So far the video feed has been really good. I've noticed it hiccup just one time, like glitched for a split second. One thing I did notice is that this joystick really doesn't feel great if you're used to the Phantoms. My control for my pan or my tilt on the gimbal isn't as smooth and precise as I had before. So that is a downside, and of course using your phone, you're getting notifications and it's not as bright. I'm a little nervous, but knowing that this thing has excellent obstacle avoidance does help. I don't know how good it is at avoiding power lines, but let's see how we do here. My heart just dropped there for a split second because the transmission signal completely went out right when I was going over a really sketchy section. And I knew I didn't hit anything. I mean, I've been flying these things for years, but just having that signal go out is freaky. So I'm getting a low battery warning, as you guys can hear. It seems a little bit limiting on the battery life. You guys saw how small those batteries were, roughly 20 minutes of flight time. And even though it doesn't seem like I've been flying for too long, I think the difference between 20 to 27 minutes does feel like a lot more, especially since you can't use all of that 20-minute battery life. You need a little bit to get up in the air and then a section to land to be safe. So your actual flight time is maybe more like 12, 14 minutes. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is freaky. It like tilts down like crazy. Let's see how fast it'll fly back to us. Sport mode. And let's go. Okay, that is insane. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh, it tilted now. It didn't tilt at first. Look at that. That's scary. So Ifondo said that this thing's like a Tasmanian devil, and he's absolutely right. Okay, so this is like the FPV racing drones, what this thing is doing. So let's try out the obstacle avoidance. This is kind of sketchy, but I'm gonna be careful and go slowly and see if it will go above it automatically. It stopped me from crashing, but it's not going above, so I'm gonna have to look into that. So there's actually a setting on here called APAS. You have to click yes and enable it for the first time or else it doesn't work. And that should enable us to be able to automatically go over obstacles. Still doesn't want to do it. Oh well. Wave and say bye. It's gonna go straight up, I think. So once again, we're running into battery issues. These batteries go extremely quick, unfortunately. At least have the Fly More bundle with 3 batteries. That is a minimum if you want to have any sort of fun with the Mavic Air. And I think I'm gonna have to buy at least 1 more battery and have 4 sets to go out and shoot because these things go incredibly quick. So unfortunately, our fun is now over. I do have another battery that should be charged by now in the office, so I'm gonna go grab that and get a few more shots that we showed off earlier in this video. But we have 10 minutes of battery life, or 10% of battery life, and so let's let's get a few drone shots like this. I've had multiple people ask me, can you just hold your drone and get some shots without being in the air? Yes, you can. The gimbals work quite well. You can imagine they flying. Okay guys, so was it worth buying my Mavic Airs? I got 2 of them. I'm gonna get rid of 1 of them just because I don't need to. I already have my Phantom. I think yes, absolutely. The range surprised me. I was not expecting it to work that well at those distances, and even behind this large building over here. And anything further than that, you really should not be flying without line of sight and not knowing where you're at. Using your phone kind of sucks. I really don't like that. And unfortunately, the controls aren't as good as the Phantoms. That's another downside. Of course, we also have the battery life limitations, but for the price point and how small this thing is and how capable it is, it's quite impressive. So I'm gonna go back, charge up the batteries, and go get a few more shots. This has been Max. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you guys don't want to miss out on future videos, I will have a full review on the Mavic Air as well as a comparison to the Phantom 4 Pro to see how the image quality stacks up. That'll be coming out in the future, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe and enable those notifications, and I will see you in the next video.